Hello, this is Dr. Evan Osar with Fitness Education Seminars, and we're here today with a client that is experiencing some shoulder pain. It's a buddy of mine, Robert Selders, and we just want to take a real quick look at his scapular function. We talked about in the newsletter and in previous newsletters about scapular dysfunction, so I want to show you exactly what that looks like. So Robert, what I want you to do is just flex your arms straight up overhead for me, please. So as he goes overhead, we see the scapula move out towards the sides of the thorax, and they look pretty good. Now watch as his arms come down. Bring your arms down slowly, and all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And right about there, you see he kind of loses a little bit of scapular control. So now do just a little bit faster for me, Robert. And then back down. And you see right there, he kind of crashes down. His scapula don't really control that eccentric motion. One more time, Robert. And then back down. And you see the thoracic, the lower angle of the scapular border comes away from his thorax. Now do the same thing, but go out with your arms out to the side, Robert. So go into abduction all the way overhead. So again, the scapula moves up into upward rotation, posterior tilts very nicely as his arms go overhead. Now bring your arms back down. Now watch the scapula as it comes back down. And what happens is they come crashing back down. One more time, up and overhead, and then back down. And he actually goes into downward rotation. You can see the lower inferior border of the scapula coming away from the thorax. One more time. And then back down. And he's got poor eccentric control as his arm comes down. And that's a common cause of scapular dysfunction and rotator cuff impingement because the scapula is moving into downward rotation faster than the arms coming back down, so we tend to get impingement of the supraspinatus tendon. So Robert, what I want you to do for me is put your elbows up against the wall, and we're going to show him how he can help retrain his scapular stability function. So these are patterns developed straight from child development. So with crawling, a child will stabilize through their elbows and activate their serratus. So what I want Robert to do is get long through his spine. So imagine he's got a tall line through his neck. So I'm going to cue him over here. So get tall through your neck, Robert. Yeah, perfect. And I'm going to make sure he's in a nice alignment through his neck, thorax, and lumbar spines. He's going to activate his serratus. So again, the thoracic angle is going to stay stabilized. I'm going to make sure he gets serratus activated here. I want to make sure his core is stabilized as well. Perfect. He's pushing out through the lower lateral borders of the trunk. And now what I want Robert to do is maintain this posture as he brings one arm off the wall. Go ahead, Robert. Perfect. And I want to make sure that he can stabilize each scapula as he brings one arm off the wall, and he's going to do that in an alternating fashion. And I want to make sure he can maintain his posture and maintain scapular control. I'm going to look at a view from the side. Again, I want to have him push away from the wall slightly. Good. Go ahead. Come away from the wall and back in, and alternate other side. Perfect. And back down. For a more higher level progression, I'm going to have Robert assume a quadruped position on the floor, so go ahead. So he's going to be down on his elbows and knees. And again, the reason why we're using the elbows instead of arms straight out is because we want to feed into those reflexive patterns that are there from childhood development. Again, I want us to keep a nice long neck. He's going to push through his scapula. So again, he's going to be in a nice neutral alignment all the way down the spine. His thoracic spine will have a little bit of a anterior curvature or slight lordosis. He wants to be fairly straight through his thorax, slight kyphosis through the thorax. Come back up towards the ceiling a little bit more, Robert. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now the same pattern. I want to have Robert bring one arm. I'm going to make sure he's activated and bring one arm out to the side. Go ahead, please. Perfect. Alternate and keep a nice neutral spine. Make sure that neck stays nice and long. I want to make sure he doesn't collapse through his serratus, doesn't collapse through the thorax. And he'll do 3 to 5 repetitions depending on his stamina and endurance and stability. He's doing a nice job with that. And relax. So again, that's how we retrain scapular control, especially into upward rotation and a more neutral spine position. This is Dr. Evan Osar with Fitness Education Seminars. Have a great day.